Hey, hey, class. I hope you're doing well this morning. Yes, I'm sitting in Missy's seat. Don't tell her. Did you figure out what perfidy meant from yesterday? Well, that's right. In the scene that unfolded at the end of yesterday's chapter, Despero's father, Lester, had betrayed him to the Mouse Council. Perfidy is a word that means betrayal, treachery, deceitfulness, untrustworthy. Let's see what happens to our character today. Chapter 9, The Right Question. The Mouse Council sent Furlough to collect Despero, and Furlough found his brother in the library, standing on top of the great open book, his tail wrapped tightly around his feet, and his small body shivering. Despero was reading the story out loud to himself. He was reading from the beginning so that he could get to the end where the reader was assured that the knight and the fair maiden lived together happily ever after. Despero wanted to read those words, happily ever after. He needed to say them aloud. He needed some assurance that this feeling he had for the princess, this love, would come to a good end. And so he was reading the story as if it were a spell, and the words of it spoken aloud could make magic happen. Now, see here, said Furlough out loud to himself. He looked at his brother and then looked away. This is just the kind of thing that I'm talking about. This is exactly the kind of thing. What's he doing here for cripe's sake? He's not eating the paper. He's talking to the paper. It's wrong, wrong, wrong. Oh, hey, said Despero. Hey, Furlough said back. Despero turned back to reading. Hey, shouted Furlough. Despero, the Mouse Council wants you. Pardon? Asked Despero, and he looked up from his book. The Mouse Council has called you to sit with them. Me? Asked Despero. You. I'm kind of busy right now, replied Despero, and he bent his head back towards the open book. Furlough sighed. Geez, cripes, he said. Nothing makes sense to this guy. Nothing. I was right to turn him in. He's sick. Furlough crawled up the chair leg and then hopped onto the book. He sat next to Despero. He tapped him on the head once, twice. Hey, he said, the Mouse Council isn't asking, they're telling, they're commanding. You have to come with me right now. Despero turned to Furlough. Do you know what love is? He asked. Huh? Love. Furlough shook his head. You're asking the wrong question, he said. The question you should be asking is why the Mouse Council wants to see you. There is somebody who loves me, said Despero, and I love her, and that is the only thing that matters to me. Somebody who loves you, somebody you love. What difference does it make? What matters is that you're in a lot of trouble with the Mouse Council. Her name, said Despero, is Princess P. What? The person who loves me. Her name is P. Grapes, said Furlow. You're missing the whole point of everything here. You're missing the point of being a mouse. You're missing the point of being called to sit with the Mouse Council. You've got to come with me. It's the law. You being called. Despero sighed. He reached out and touched the words fair maiden in the book. He traced them with one paw, and then he put his paw to his mouth. Cripes, said Furlow. You're making a fool of yourself. Let's go. I honor you, whispered Despero, staring at the book. I honor you. And then, reader, he followed Furlow over the book, down the chair leg, and across the library floor to the waiting Mouse Council. He allowed his own brother to lead him to his fate.